Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly reading. So this week I'm going to do the same thing as last week and look at each element. They're just in a slightly different order to last week, so I'm just going to mix them up and go with my intuition each week. I think I'm going to stick with this format for a little while of doing the elements based on your zodiac or your astrology sun sign or rising sign. So the first lot is fire, the second is earth, and the third is air, and the fourth is water. I have 3 cards per pile there. So as I said, you can choose the card based on your rising and or sun, so you could look at both. Okay, I'm going to talk about the astrology though for the week ahead, which I'm pretty excited about because we're getting closer to Venus in Taurus, and you know it's not too long also before we get into Aries season, which, you know, Sun in Aries is very well placed. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm looking forward to Venus in Taurus, and that will be great for, that's this Friday actually, Venus goes into Taurus, so it's going to be great for all the earth signs, Capricorns, Virgos, Tauruses in particular. So, or if you've got Venus in Taurus, it's your Venus return. I've got Venus in Taurus, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this energy. But Venus in Taurus is a very beautiful energy in terms of feeling this in the, you know, astrological alignments. You should feel a bit more of a sense of comfort, a sense of stability in your life, a sense of, you know, connecting with what's true and authentic when it comes to love and money and the work that you're doing, your passions. You know, Taurus energy is very sensual energy. It's very much in touch with the 5 senses, so you may find more comfort in simple things in life rather than being sort of stuck in your head or overly analytical about things. You will just feel more able to experience the joys and the beauty in life with Venus going to Taurus, as I said, this Friday. So I'm super excited about that. And the other reason I'm excited about this is because, okay, so I've got to explain this a little bit. If we just backtrack to what we've just been having and what we're still currently in is Venus in Aries energy. For the last several weeks at least. Venus in Aries, one, as I said last week, you know, I've mentioned this before, not well placed. Venus in Aries is difficult for love and for money. You know, it sort of tends to make you feel very impatient, tends to make you want to force things or push things or get answers or, you know, kind of force the universe a little bit too much sometimes with Venus in Aries energy. And Venus in Aries that we've just been having has been making very, very difficult aspects to the outer planets. So it's been making difficult aspects with Pluto and Saturn in particular. Those are the, you know, really hard-hitting planets, and when Venus makes difficult aspects to those, you really feel it. So a lot of people would be feeling that in the last few weeks relationships have not been great. Maybe even money hasn't been that great. So, sorry, I'm just going to drink some water. So as we get closer to this Venus in Taurus, I can already feel this energy. And as I said, it comes in on Friday, this Friday. I can already feel this energy of connecting to the beauty and the simple things in life, a sense of appreciation, appreciating, you know, Taurians are really able to appreciate the simple but beautiful and good things in life. So, you know, enjoying a cup of coffee, enjoying a meal with a friend, getting out into nature, that's a big Taurian thing, connecting with the earth and just feeling, you could be just sitting on the grass and feeling absolute bliss. You know, Taurus energy is related to the energy of the Buddha, which is, you know, Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree to experience enlightenment, and there is some kind of simple energy with Taurian energy in particular where you don't have to overthink, you don't have to work things out like it's a puzzle. You can just breathe and be at peace and really feel such a sense of connectedness to the divine through nature. So it is a good time from this Friday in particular to feel very connected and appreciative of the beautiful things in life, the simple things. Get outside, get in nature, you'll feel healed and rejuvenated. And the other thing is, yes, so Venus now in Taurus, because the outer planets are all in earth signs, Jupiter is in Capricorn, Saturn's in Capricorn, although Saturn is headed to Aquarius soon, but not yet. And the other thing is Pluto, of course, is in an earth sign, so in Capricorn also. So Venus is going to make good angles to all of those planets, except for when Saturn, as I said, goes into Aquarius. But, you know, aside from Saturn, the others. So it's going to be good. But as I said, Venus in Taurus is in its home sign. So when you have a planet in its home sign, you get the best out of that energy. And I just feel in the next few weeks, starting from this Friday, things are going to improve. So in other ways, and I'll mention why as well. There's another reason why. But I want to say to those people that have been going through a bit of a rough time in the last 3 to 6 weeks, it's going to be improving a lot. So just be aware of that. Now, I'm not saying, you know, life's going to be perfect, but, you know, there's always challenges, of course, but it's just going to feel a lot smoother, okay? And there's going to be a lot more enjoyable and pleasurable moments to be had. And also, yeah, the other reason why things are going to be improving is because Mercury goes direct from next week. So yay for that. Because, you know, what this has been doing, not only have we been having the typical and usual issues of Mercury retrograde, which is, you know, losing items, misplacing things, glitches with technology, problems with technology, miscommunications. A heck of a lot of psychological confusion has been going on for a lot of people. I've really noticed that in relationships, in communications in general. A lot of misunderstandings, a lot of just general confusion and not knowing what's going on. And Mercury retrograde in Pisces, that kind of energy can really throw a spanner in the works in relationships, and especially if things have been a bit rocky or touchy, it can really sort of cause even more confusion. So good news, next week Mercury goes direct, yay. This weekend another interesting aspect happens with Venus in Taurus conjunct Uranus, so that definitely can bring some surprises, especially if you've got anything early degree up to about 3, 4, maybe 5 degrees of Taurus. There could be something really unexpected that happens to do with love or finances that you're just like, I didn't see that coming. And it will kind of jolt you a little bit, and you're like, what? I just thought we weren't, you know, going in that direction, or I thought we were going to do something else, or I thought this was happening, and it's like, no, this is now happening, you know, that kind of thing. So it should be really interesting. So let me just see, I think that's pretty much all. Oh yeah, so this week there was one other thing, and I think I forgot to say this is for the 2nd to the 8th of March, sorry about that. But the Mercury retrograde actually this week goes back to 28 degrees of Aquarius. So if you've got late Aquarius, anything around 28 to 29 or even 27, you could feel the peak of the Mercury retrograde this week, causing some mishaps, communications, problems, and so forth. Alright, so let's get to the cards, and I'll just say now, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, go to my online store, link below. Also, I make gemstone jewelry, so you can see here some of the bracelets that I make, which I sell online and also in a couple of stores in Sydney. They're all made from natural gemstones. I don't know if you can see them. Some of them have got charms on them, and some of them are just like druzy, turquoise, aqua aura. But at the moment, if you go to my online store, and the link will be below, there's a little bit less than what I normally have because I've got to make a whole bunch more, and I'm ordering new supplies all the time. So but I always put that link below if anyone's interested, and I do ship internationally as well with free shipping. So yeah, you can get free shipping wherever you are in the world. What else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, and if you're in Sydney, you want to book a face-to-face reading with me, I do a very holistic reading. With the face-to-face readings, I do half an hour or 1 hour sessions. You can contact me, you know, on social media to book that if you're in Sydney. And I work out of a shop in Sydney in the Ryde area, and I love my work there. It's really satisfying. I love doing the face-to-face readings because I find that in person, it's the same with the Skype session, you know, you have a bit more back and forth, and you can experience it a bit more holistically, especially when it comes to the mediumship side of things, which I really find that a very healing experience for the clients. Alright, so to the reading, let's have a look what we've got. Fire. Fire is knocking down my amethyst. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius. Everyone's messaging me, and I've got it on silent. Sorry, I'll just move my phone away in case you could hear that. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, of course. Let's see what you guys have. Oh, we have fire energy. I just said Leo. Look at the lion there. Don't you love that? 6 of Wands. Wow, that's cool energy. I like that a lot. Expression. And amethyst. Oh, okay, that's so weird. I just said fire's knocking down my amethyst crystal. Okay, you guys saw that, right? That was weird. Okay, I love these synchronicities when they happen. Okay, you guys obviously this week need to work with amethyst or with the color purple in some way. Purple is very much a Sagittarius color, so that is appropriate for the Sagittarians, but for everyone that's a fire sign. That was very weird when I said that. I can't believe, like, I said, oh, I spook myself out sometimes. The The fire's knocking over my amethyst, I said. That was so weird. Okay. Alright. Why does it even surprise me? I've been doing this for years and I have synchronicities all the time, but it still does. I have to say, that's what I love about this work, is with the synchronicities and, you know, these quirky things that happen sometimes. So, guys, do you need to work with amethyst this week? Or maybe look at getting an amethyst pendant or an amethyst bracelet or something along those lines. Amethyst is beautiful for connecting with the higher realms, for feeling a connection with the divine. I apologize for the glare, guys. It's not good, is it? I'm going to try and close my curtain and see if that helps. I think that might have helped. Not really. Alright, let me see. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to just get one card at a time so you can actually see it better, I think. Yeah. You guys need to work with amethyst, apparently. And, I mean, obviously, you know, go with what your intuition says above any tarot reader, psychic, whatever. Because you got to learn to trust your own intuition, your own inner guidance. But, you know, you might not like amethyst. You might be wanting to work with the colour purple in another way. You might want to paint a painting that was purple, get some purple flowers, or, you know, something different. It doesn't have to be that, but the colour purple does come up as significant, could have many potential meanings, could have something personal for you with that, or you might be someone that loves crystals and you love amethyst. And as I was saying, amethyst does help you connect with your spiritual life. So that's what the message is here this week. And, you know, it might not even be just about those more tangible aspects of the colour. It can actually be about some kind of spiritual wisdom coming in for you this week. I'm getting Sagittarius very strongly with this, so because Sagittarians are very much connected to higher wisdom and the bigger picture of understanding truths of the universe and things like that. Not saying other signs can't, but certainly Sagittarius has a gift for that. So this message I'm getting for Sagittarians is you guys are getting some downloads this week. Okay, so that's another message coming through. So for Leo energy, I'm getting this card is very strong for Leo. So it's a card of success and achievement. So there is something this week that you will win through on something that has been difficult or troubling you. And it does involve expressing yourself and bringing out some truths. And I am speaking to all the fire signs, though. If I mention one of the signs, it's because the energy is drawing me in particular to that sign. The expression card for all the fire signs this week is very strong. So you guys are encouraged this week to express your opinion, to express yourself, doing it in a way that, see, it's interesting because, you know, we have the throat chakra here, but I feel like the energy is quite uplifted. I don't feel this is like expressing yourself because you're angry necessarily, though for some it may be, but it's more a spiritual connection that you feel with your truth, and expressing words and information, or sharing information with others, having a conversation that's quite deep and meaningful for the fire signs this week. I'm just going to see if there's anything else. I'm also getting for some people with fire that you guys are going to have a potential opportunity this week to progress in your life, and it does involve connecting with others. We have the expression card here. For some people, this could be a spiritual path with the amethyst card, because it talks about using your intuition as well. So your intuition's guiding you guys this week, and expressing yourself is very important. Making connections with others is very important. Getting out there, I want to say. So, you know, some people might be looking for work or looking for new opportunities with some kind of aspect of business. Financial life I'm getting, and this is definitely for a lot of people to do with career advancement, progress, and spiritual life is what I'm getting. So when I say spiritual life, it could be that you're having more psychic awarenesses, you're tuning in more to that sort of aspect of life. Alright, still spun out by amethyst crystal thing. The cards knocked it over and then we had amethyst. Okay, I'm just going to drink some more water, and then I'm going to look at the earth signs. So this next lot here is going to be for Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. See what you guys have. King of Pentacles. Oh, that's earth energy. Cool. Patience, very earthy. Cerussite. I've never heard of that crystal. It says travel, root and crown chakra. Interesting to note that the colours on that card are very earthy colours. I'm not familiar with that crystal at all, though. Cerussite. But it says travel, root and crown chakra. Okay, interesting. Patience, you guys, this week. Okay, so for the earth signs, Some earth signs may have something to do with needing to get more grounded in this energy. It makes sense with Venus in Taurus coming in. You may feel naturally like you want to get out in nature, that you want to spend more time feeling connected to the physical realm, but in a way that feels joyful, not in a burdened sort of way, in a way that feels joyful. Okay, so you might, for the earth signs, you might want to do some gardening, you might want to do painting, you might want to cook, you want to make meals for people that you love, go shopping, you know, do very earthy and a little bit indulgent. But I also get a pure energy with this, and it is connected to nature, so there is definitely something about healing through nature. Now, for some people, there's a message here for some of the earth signs about being patient with your financial situation. There is something about saving here. It's interesting that Capricorn's mentioned up there. Look at that. This is for earth, and we have the goat up there. I love that. Just there on top of its mountain, looking down at everything. All right, so Capricorns in particular, because the goat's there, there's something about stepping back from your situation, trying to get more of a overall detached view of things. Ask yourself, is this situation really working for you right now? And getting very real about it is what I'm getting. And there is patience needed, because it's not going to be a quick fix, you guys. This is for Capricorn in particular. Okay, whatever the situation is that you need to change, Capricorn, it's not going to be a quick fix. It's going to take some patience on your part. That's what I'm getting. So for the other earth signs, and for all the earth signs, this is a positive energy here with the King of Pentacles. Sorry, just trying to work with that glare situation. Yeah, it's like you're trying to work on your money situation, and you're trying to improve that. There is an opportunity, I feel, through, and I'm getting Virgo. So Virgos might have an opportunity. I'm not saying it's just Virgo, but I just heard Virgo then. So with an offer of some kind to do with work situations coming up. And I want to say, even though these messages are for all the earth signs, Taurus, I'm getting the patience card is very strongly for you. And I'm getting more of a general energy here, because I feel like what I'm getting is things are about to turn in your favor in some way, Taurus. So I don't usually split up the earth sign messages, but that's just how it's come to me. So I always go with my intuition and go with the flow of what comes up. But for all the earth signs, patience is needed at the moment. Grounding yourself with this one, root and crown chakra, but also connecting to the divine here, because it's interesting, you know, we have this white energy here which represents the crown chakra. It reminds me of this selenite, actually, even though it's not a selenite crystal, but this imagery here reminds me of this. That's to do with the crown chakra, so connecting to your higher self, but also having patience in the material realm, because sometimes it can take time for things to manifest, you know. But there is a very good opportunity here for all the earth signs this week, which I really like. This is taking me a long time this week to get through all these. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much. Air signs, you have Queen of Pentacles. Jade, good luck, heart chakra. Well, that's nice. Love yourself. Oh, wow, that's really powerful. Okay, so air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. There is a need to come back to your own path, but listening to your heart at the same time, having compassion with yourself and others. But self-love and self-worth really comes up very strong here. And there is something connected to what you're doing with your life. So where you are in the world, in your life. Again, we have earthy energy with the Queen of Pentacles. There's something here about focusing on work, focusing on new financial opportunities and new directions with your ambitions, with your goals in a very material sense. It's almost like for the air signs, there is potential to move forward in a way that is more focused on yourself at this time, this week in particular. And the heart card here with Jade in the middle, to me that says follow your heart, listen to your intuition, and let it guide you to the right direction. But I'm getting such a feeling here of a need to self-nurture and a need to keep focusing on healing your emotional troubles and things that have troubled you. So it might be just that you feel the need to maybe just pull your energy back more to yourself, because you have this card here, air sign. So you might be wanting this week to pull your energy back to yourself and not get too involved with other people too much, especially if it doesn't feel positive for you, because you need to work on this week, this feeling of nurturing and loving yourself and giving to yourself and doing things that are creative and enjoyable, you know, for you, and not worrying so much about where other people are at right now and what their issues are. Alright, so let's go to the water signs. You already know bloodstone, detoxifying root, heart and sacral chakras, and the strength card. Wow. We also have Leo energy here. Oh, this is kind of deep. I'm getting a real sort of a really deep feeling with this. Right, so for the water signs, very interesting card here, very watery energy, with all the blue in it, and it's like, it's saying you have a strong intuitive knowing about something. If you get out of your head and just come back to your intuitive knowing, your gut feeling and your energy body, and it's almost like you are being given knowledge about things that you have been worrying about. You're being given a feeling about it, and there's a need to trust here. It says you already know the answer about something, and I'm getting the word acceptance here. So you may need to accept and just surrender and go with the flow of certain situations rather than trying to take too much action right now, is what I'm getting. The strength card goes with that really well, with, you know, having to be strong through perhaps a time of waiting, I'm getting, about something. It could be anything. I'm not sure exactly what that was about in terms of whether it was love, but it could be more relationships, I do feel, with that. The bloodstone says detoxifying. Interesting. So, you know, for some people with water here, there may be something that you're trying to walk away from energy-wise that is requiring you to have a lot of inner strength. And you may be tempted to try to take more control of the situation, but your higher self is saying it's not necessary right now. You can just focus more on what your passions are, what your strengths are in yourself, rather than trying to rectify things externally with others, is what I'm getting. Detoxifying is saying you need to purify your energy more, water signs. You know, think about it with water. If the water has got toxins in it, it becomes tainted. It becomes dark. Okay? So it's the same for water signs, because you guys are very sensitive and you're like sponges and you absorb, you know, the energies around you. So Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer, you need your waters to be clear at this time. So detoxifying your emotional and spiritual waters is very important, because otherwise if you have too much negativity that you're carrying around, or too many fears, or too many resentments, grudges, which is more Scorpio Cancerian things rather than Pisces, you know, it's affecting you in the end and the people that are close around you. So there's a need for you to take the higher road here with something, with the strength card, and it's saying you already know what to do. You've been given messages about this from your higher self, and for some people this may involve moving forward away from negative people or situations that have been bogging you down because of the detoxifying card. Alright, those are the messages for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic week ahead. Venus in Taurus, yay. Bye.